with the CEC repeating its absolute refusal to negotiate these issues, they've basically called us unreasonable. They've been calling us liars for making these demands. But the question is why? Like, we're literally talking about less than 2 minutes per student for evaluation. And when we talk about money, we need to remember that even if you look at the Auditor General's report that just came out and was pretty damning about not just the chronic underfunding of our system, but the over-reliance on international students and the exploitation of international students. We're talking about a system that has a $1.4 billion surplus since the last collective agreement during the pandemic. We're talking about a system where there's an increasing class of administrators. They're the only class of workers in the college that have grown, and they've seen 5% year-over-year raises during the past few years. We're talking about the workload maximization for faculty, where we're 44 hours a week for professors and instructors who are full-time has become the target, right, to be hit. And what we're doing in that is we're wondering why we're so burnt out. We're not asking the question about the right question. We're asking, the question we should be asking is, why does any employer think it's moral in this moment, in this day and age, to burn out the very people who are supposed to be supporting students on those front lines? Why do they think that it is somehow morally okay to challenge 2 minutes per week, to challenge that you might need more time for online preparation, to challenge the role of counselors and librarians in supporting students? At the same time, we're seeing massive, massive mental health crises where they want to expand degrees, but who do they think is going to actually be there to help them with that? So this isn't an organization that is interested in negotiation. In fact, it's not an organization that's on the front lines. The CEC is an arm's length organization. They don't have to deal with the toxic conditions they create in the colleges. Your college presidents do, your chairs and associate deans do. It's an organization that's interested in one thing: control. And they're interested in breaking faculty to do it, right? They've refused to bargain at any point in this process, and at every step we've given them a chance to back down, they've gone the opposite way. And so now it's time to tell them that they're not bargaining with 7 people, they're bargaining with 14,000. And yesterday, we heard President Thomas, who legitimately can't be here tonight, say that that our demands are reasonable, that the bully employer is wrong, and that they need to come back to the table and negotiate. And so OPSEU is stepping up, and they're going to back this team. And what we need is for our faculty to demonstrate that same resolve, because if we accept what is here now, we will live with the consequences. And the vision that they showed us at that table and that we shared with you over the course of the summer, and can share again if you need to see what their vision for what it looks like in a few years is dystopian and frightening. And we should expect more for ourselves, and even more so, we should expect more for our students. Because if we start to forget that that's possible, we're done.